Did you know that in the last 10 years, there's been over 4,300 reboots, remakes, or adaptations? It feels like nowadays nothing can get made without it being a reboot. So I came up with a list of the top 10 novels that haven't been adapted into movies or TV shows yet. Starting with number 10. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Lunar colonists revolt against Earth's rule with the help of a self-aware AI. The story focuses on political revolution, strategy, and the philosophy of freedom. This book is smart, intellectual, and one of those classic science fiction stories. With AI being such a prevalent thing in 2026, this would be a perfect adaptation. Number 9. Neuromancer. This novel by William Gibson invented the concept of cyberpunk, had a massive influence on The Matrix, Blade Runner, and video games like Cyberpunk 2077. A washed-up hacker named Casey is recruited for one last job involving powerful AIs and corporate espionage in a neon-soaked cyberpunk future. As he dives into a cyberspace, The Matrix, he uncovers a conspiracy that could reshape humanity's relationship with artificial intelligence. The story blends high-tech crime, digital consciousness, and dystopian corporate power. Although a slight caveat with this one, Apple TV is adapting it into a TV show that is supposed to release late 2026, maybe early 2027. I was debating whether or not to put this in, but often claimed as the genre's Bible, I couldn't not include it into this top 10 list. Number 8. Gardens of the Moon by Steven Erikson. The Malazan Empire wages war while ancient gods and powerful sorcerers manipulate events behind the scenes. The story drops readers into a vast, already moving world filled with immortal beings, military campaigns, and layered mythology. A novel with incredible lore and complexity. One of those fully lived-in universes that feel real. Number 7. Hyperion by Dan Simmons. 7 pilgrims travel to the mysterious time tomb, each telling a personal story tied to a coming interstellar conflict and a terrifying entity. The narrative blends space opera, horror, romance, and philosophy. High IQ sci-fi with emotional storytelling. And it has one of the most iconic sci-fi antagonists ever created. Number 6. The Blade Itself. A battle-hardened barbarian, a crippled inquisitor, and an arrogant noble are drawn into a brutal political conflict. The story subverts traditional hero tropes and explores moral grayness in a violent fantasy world. A dark, gritty, Game of Thrones-esque fantasy with sharp dialogue, dark humor, and unforgettable flawed characters. Bound to be a success in an adaptation of a movie or a TV show. Number 5. The Lies of Locke Lamora. Master con artist Locke Lamora leads a crew of thieves in an elaborate heist targeting of an elite fantasy city. When a deadly crime lord enters the picture, their clever schemes turn it into a fight for survival. A fast-paced thriller with witty banter and a rich atmospheric setting. Number 4. The Name of the Wind. Kvoth, a gifted musician and magician, recounts the story of his rise from orphan child to infamous legend. The narrative weaves together magic school intrigue, romance, and mythical destiny. Another world where the lore is rich and the storytelling is compelling. Number 3. The Way of Kings. On the storm-ravaged world of Rosha, broken soldiers and scholars are drawn into a looming apocalypse tied to an ancient magical order. Massive battles, political intrigue, and rediscovering powers shape the fate of civilization. Intricate world building and cinematic combat makes this a perfect candidate for the big screen. Number 2. Red Rising. Darrow, a lowborn miner on Mars, infiltrates the ruling elite to spark a rebellion against a rigid caste system. Brutal survival trials and political maneuvering fuel a fast-paced revolution, high stakes, action, momentum, and clear cinematic energy. Before we get to number 1, if you like the video so far, consider subscribing to the channel because we have a lot more videos like this coming your way. And the number 1 fantasy and sci-fi book that is yet to be adapted into the big screen is Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. In a dark empire ruled by an immortal tyrant, a street thief discovers she can harness magical powers by ingesting metals. She joins a crew plotting to overthrow a godlike ruler and reshape the world. A clear hero's journey, a visually distinct magic system, and the main character is a female, which Hollywood tends to love these days. So this literally could end up being the next big thing. There is my list of the top 10 sci-fi and fantasy books yet to be adapted into the big screen. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any books that I missed that you want to see on the big screen. Thanks so much for listening this far into the video. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more videos like this coming your way. Until then, I'm Brandon, this is Screen Wars, and we'll see you in the next one.